Hello everyone, welcome back to Danganronpa. So, I hope no one's gonna get mad, but I was told on a Steam forum that I could change the difficulty at this point. Now, it's not going to let me, unfortunately. I went through after the pre-trial trap to find it, and it's not there. I was told by various people that this changes in the next one, but we cannot change it now. So unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to go through this as we did before. I'll never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. Here we go. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. I'm nervous about this. No, it's fine. The reason I'm not going to save is because I'm going to show you that you actually can't do this. So where people thought that if you open the e-handbook at this point, you could set the difficulty for the trial. Unfortunately, you cannot. I have looked through this all night to try to find it, and people actually told me that you cannot do this. They fixed this, like I said, in the next games, but when you go to System and you go to Options, all you have is this. This is it. And when you reset the settings, it only resets your volume settings pretty much. So that's pretty much all. If I wanted to load a game, I could do it there, but then I would have to play the entirety of the Chapter 2 trial to do it. Because you can only replay a trial or a chapter that's finished, and the only thing finished is 2. 3 is all grayed out as question marks because we haven't finished it yet. So, boo. I'm really sorry if that makes anyone mad. I really hope it doesn't. But it looks like we don't have a choice in this particular game. Thankfully, they fix it in the other games, which is good to hear, because I think I will want to change it when I play Danganronpa 2, and that's right, I'm gonna play 2, so don't worry about it. So for now, hopefully that eases your pain a little. I guess we're doing it baby mode for the first time, unless, and I might go back later once Chapter 3 is finished. Maybe I'll replay Chapter 3 and just get on with it. But it's going to take some time, obviously, to do that, so I'll let you know if I decide to do that. Now, we did get another skill from Sakura, which is Tranquility. Look at this. Completely steadies your aim. Effective during non-stop debate and the Hangman's Gambit. I'm definitely going to use that. That seems really useful, and I don't think we got anything else that's new. No, these are all things that we already had. So fine. I think I'm ready. I'm nervous about this. As you can hear, my voice isn't doing the best today, but that's okay, because with a trial, we don't do too much talking, so it should be just fine. Anyway, ooh, I'm nervous about this one, you guys. I think this is going to be the hardest one of all.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Yes, let's.
So, your votes will determine the results.
I feel like this beginning part is always the same.
If you can figure out
Who done it,
then only they will receive punishment.
Yeah, this part is the
But
same.
if you pick the wrong one,
Womp
then
womp.
I'll punish everyone besides the black end.
Oh, no.
And the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Which is why you shouldn't put your blame on people so quickly, which is what everyone is doing in this one.
Now then, to begin with...
Yes?
We already know who did
Here
it.
it comes. I knew right out of the gate that this was going to happen.
Was that?
He's like dumbfounded.
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place.
Oh.
And we found him in that suit.
Boy, she is against him big time. Makes me cast a lot of suspicion on her, to be honest. Usually she just sits back and gives her grin. She's like, I don't care. But this time, man, she's got a lot of voice. And a lot of people were saying probably because she was attacked. And I guess by this point, she probably feels that she was attacked by Hiro. So I could see why she's against him.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
Oh, these two are gonna be a pain in my ass, aren't they?
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Okay, I'll grant the girls that. It does sound like he just has nothing. But we know, don't we? Because it's just too easy to cast the blame.
Murdering mouth. Murderer.
Oh no, even Jill's against him? Oh, I think she just doesn't care.
Who are you calling a murderer?
Oh no.
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
We do, unfortunately.
Blueprints for the suit.
Okay, but we can probably disprove that.
Parts we assume were used to build it.
Okay, build.
And all of it was found in your room. You
Well,
have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
it is, but we could surely, explain how that could occur, maybe?
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
Oh boy, but how are we gonna prove how someone got into Hiro's room in the first place? That's where I feel like the e-handbook thing that was noted on last time, they gave that little hint. I feel like that's where that's gonna come in.
Tell you?
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Yeah, in his position, because he feels like he's really innocent, it's probably really tough. Is Hiro really the killer, or no? There's no way it would be that easy. Before anything else, we have to make that clear. Here we go! Easy mode, and I'm probably still gonna forget everything because that's how I roll and you guys love it, I know. Yasuhira's message. Alright?
Everything we found in your room.
Okay.
The blueprints,
Right.
the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know about that.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
Probably doesn't.
It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
I don't think he's
Hiro,
wrong.
Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
There's not much here to shoot, is there? So out of those two things, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, the blueprints. That's, I think, what is gonna be the thing here. Looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awful and messy. That's right, and we do have Hiro's penmanship as evidence. If I remember right, Hiro's handwriting is... It's really nice.
Everything we found in your room.
Yeah.
The blueprints, the suit
Let's
parts.
do this. Let's see where this takes us.
that's wrong.
Are they gonna lead into it is my thought, though.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
Oh my god, look at all the dead people, you guys. Makoto's surrounded by dead people. Oh, it looks so bad because there's so many gone now.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Well, take a look at this.
take a look at this.
It's the note that Hiro wrote.
Okay, so they are leading into
asking
this.
everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Wait a minute, am I stupid? Did he just say alter ego out in public in front of Monokuma? Wait. Okay, is that not gonna be a problem? I thought we were trying to keep it secret.
The handwriting's obviously
Okay.
different. Wouldn't you say?
Maybe we don't care about that? Alright, never mind.
When you compare it to the blueprints.
Let's forget about that for now. Yep, it's not the same.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
I mean, is it possible that someone could have faked their handwriting? Yes. But in that case, you would think if you want to pin something on Hiro, you would want to put your handwriting as his and find out what it was.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
But then it was in his room, so what would the point of that be?
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
I agree, Sakura.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong about that.
So
Oh,
Makoto,
bless.
are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
I don't think it is. I really don't.
And he's not the only one.
Ah,
I think Hiro's innocent as well.
maybe Byakuya will help us turn the tide. I think Kyoko's also with us as well.
What?
But yeah, this is the first time he's like openly just agreed with us like that, isn't it?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
No one, it was Ultra Magnus. Don't you watch the Transformers?
Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
I don't think so.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
It was Hiro. That's what I believe. With all the evidence we have, he is the only one that would fit into the suit. And I think that I was right about something in the last one. I think that I was right on with that formaldehyde thing. If not, something like that, where he was either knocked out, although he doesn't seem to be injured, or something happened where he got stuck in there. It has to be. Yeah, he passes it right off to us. Fine.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
This is probably going to cause a huge flare-up. I'm going to do it anyway. The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit. The Illuminati! Guys, I almost want to choose that. Aw, man.
I got it! Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Okay, but him being in the suit doesn't necessarily make him the murderer.
Obviously,
That's the
he
thing
was
we're probably
one
gonna
in
have
that
to prove.
particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
That's right.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
But,
That doesn't make any sense.
Mhm.
You just said Hiro didn't do it.
like I said, we have to prove that maybe being in the suit doesn't necessarily make him a murderer by proxy.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit,
Right.
but he's not the culprit.
I agree with this.
So what you're saying is...
Oh, she's so beautiful.
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Yeah, maybe it was used to throw us off the path. I mean, that's if you're gonna frame somebody, it's probably one of the best ways to do it.
Now that's a bold assumption.
I think we're getting somewhere here already.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
What? Have you ever known Byakuya to not have a reason to do something?
Of course. But before we get to that,
Yes.
there's something else we need to clarify first.
Oh.
So let's get that out of the way.
What is it? How big is your butt? That's what I need to know, right?
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
Well, what the hell else is gonna happen here? If we listen to you, we're all dead.
All things have a proper order.
Oh my god.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
Yeah.
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless
Oh,
body.
we're gonna do that right now? Okay. Well, I think I know what it is.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
That's right.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
It was the dolly, and I'm assuming there's more than one. Things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been the dolly and the tarp, right? Does it matter what order?
I got it!
Definitely this for sure. There's still one more thing. Okay, I think it has to be the tarp. The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been...
I got it!
Okay, I think I'm correct here.
They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Yes. What's wrong? What's with the attitude? Did I get it wrong?
So
Don't think I did.
Let's see if I can explain.
Okay. Oh, he's just mad that we know things.
Taka's
I'm
body
sorry.
disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository.
That's right.
And when we found it for the second time,
Yep.
it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Well, kind of laying on it, but yes.
It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room.
Right.
So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body.
Mm-hmm.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
But they made a mistake when they moved it with the tire marks, I think.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
Yep. Sorry I'm not talking much. I'm trying to take this all
I'm sure
in.
the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
Right.
But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
And then you have the tire marks. So this part
Later,
makes sense.
When Taka's body reappeared in the repository,
Right? It was on the tarp.
so did the dolly.
That's right, that actually was there. So they left it there.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
With what?
Huh?
No, I'm not mistaken. There's tire marks in the blood.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yeah, I mean, they just showed a picture of it. Is that breaking the fourth wall? Is that... I guess that doesn't count.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
Well, ma'am, you seem to be the expert on dollies. I wonder why. Maybe you did it.
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
I guess.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
No, because didn't Byakuya see it too?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Byakuya, you were there.
There is no shame in being wrong.
What? Oh.
Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Whoa! You know, I did like you at first, but now I'm not so sure.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Okay, to be fair, she's not completely wrong. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. But maybe I could change her mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Really, again? Yeah, sure, tell me. It's probably something I can't use because I couldn't figure out how to switch the skills. I'm very sorry about this. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. Oh. However, you can be reload by pressing the tab key. Okay, I hope I remember. I got it. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Oh my god. Oh no. Basically, just remember the tab key now has a function along with the right mouse button and left mouse buttons. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to... Oh, sorry guys. I was getting all prepared. I feel so bad. I'm probably just gonna have to go back when I have a minute and play through this trial again. Once I do it here. And then I will bring it back for at least one trial because I know you guys really want to see that. In which case you can ignore everything I just said. Okay, bye. Well, I'll try to remember it because I'm gonna need it for at some point. The moment of truth. But honestly, I kind of like going through without it. Because we're already here.
Wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Oops.
So pathetic.
See, I'm on...
Lies will get you nowhere.
Guys, I'm on easy and I'm fucking this up. Are you sure you want this?
Away with you. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree.
I mean, I don't think you know what you're asking for.
Lies will get you nowhere.
Why are we doing this already?
Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
Ooh, I got her. Equipment room
I cannot
bloodstain.
agree.
This should prove it.
Boom. I think you guys don't know what you're asking for. I'd almost rather go through this on easy because, oh my
If
god.
you're asking for proof that the dolly moved,
Yep.
I have it right here.
Okay.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
That's right.
There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread.
I feel like it's weird that we couldn't have just said this to her without trying to knock her out with the power of song. But what are you gonna
The
do?
killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident.
Right.
As they wheeled the body out of the room.
Okay.
And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
Right.
So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Oh. Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way.
Byakuya does not
Let's
care
get
at
back
all.
to the main subject.
Right.
Yeah. The subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it.
Oh, now you believe that?
Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
An anime?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
I could probably guess a couple of reasons why it couldn't be.
If you look back on how the body was transported,
Yup.
it will become immediately obvious.
He can't even bend over in the damn suit. How is he gonna lift anybody onto anything? I bet you that's what it is, too. Among other things, I mean, they didn't really say that he couldn't see in it. They only said that that Hina couldn't see in it because she was too short. But I would imagine it would be cumbersome overall to use it. If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? We know. We do know. I think it's... Well, let's see what happens here. Let's see what kind of reasons they give. The Robo-Justice costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Right?
And from there,
Yep.
the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
Right?
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Yes.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
True.
Well, yeah. But even without a handle,
Mm-hmm.
all you'd have to do
Oh,
is
here, I'm
bend over.
just doing it because I know that that's right. It has to be.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah. If I see something, I'm jumping on it.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
Right?
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
True.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Yeah, she had a real hard time. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. And then he's I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight. Yeah, even the Transformers can bend
When
over.
you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet,
Okay.
but you can't even bend at the waist.
Right.
Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Oops.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
True.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
Didn't we just say, though?
When you can't even see your feet?
Exactly.
You really
Sit
think someone
down.
could kick the dolly
Girl,
all that
please.
way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible.
Not that I can say for sure myself.
You just hang out back there, Jill. It's okay. We'll get to you.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit,
Right.
it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
I agree with that.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
No. Because I don't think he could undo it by himself. There's absolutely no chance the costume was taken off to move the body because you can't take it off by yourself. It's right here.
I got it!
So that was
I don't
obvious.
think taking off the suit was an option.
Right?
If you remember,
Yes. There's a latch on the back of Ultra Magnus. He couldn't get it off himself. Why would you make something you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid thing! There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. Yeah, he was literally locked in it. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Right.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Unfortunately, no.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
Well, not unfortunately because I want Hero to be in trouble. It's just because Hina was so dead set on it. I feel bad for
it
him.
off by himself. I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
That's also true. That would have been a stupid move.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Yep.
To be clear,
Looks like.
whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Right.
No, wait. Just a
Oh.
second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
What picture, darling? The one that... What does that have to do with
You all
anything?
got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
I guess, but... Wait a minute now.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. Oh, that's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
Is it though?
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Something's wrong here. Oh, she's getting a bit anxious. I don't know.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
I don't know though.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Thank you, the voice of reason.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Yes?
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
I mean, she should know. She touched Hifumi's butt.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Well,
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
something tells me this trial is going to be a lot longer than the other ones. I wonder if I'm right about that.
What a pain in the ass!
You're not wrong.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
This is like one of the reasons, guys, that I'm actually not too sad about being able to set the difficulty, because for my first Danganronpa game, I kind of like going through it like this. Like being able to understand how it operates and like get to know the pacing, and I know that I probably should learn how to do those things because I'm assuming they show up in the next games, but like the next games will also probably give me like a demo, so it's not like I won't figure it out. This one's really nice because I get to just really enjoy the story, which I am really
Maybe
enjoying.
We'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
I feel so like anxious when I have to do the action stuff. I don't know why, but it kind of takes me out of my immersion of the story a little bit. So thanks for letting me like go through it this way without having to replay for now anyway. I'll decide what I want to do with the other stuff later. It just came to mind, so I thought I'd say it. Right.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened.
I wonder if we are going to find out about Kyoko during this as well, since Hina just mentioned it.
I suppose we could start with this morning.
Right, Sakura already gave us the lowdown, but it looks like she's going to do it again.
4 of us gathered together in the dining hall.
Yep.
Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself.
Yeah.
We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone.
Yep.
That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Okay.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
Yep.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
Okay.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
Right.
As it turns out, it was Robo Justice.
What a weird name.
It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi.
Uh-huh.
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library.
True.
He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect.
Yup.
But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
This happened. What's wrong? Yeah, she says that she's seen something, but I don't think anyone else ever caught view of what she saw, did they? Don't think that actually
Celeste
happened.
told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor.
Right.
And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Right. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. You know, this particular line, I don't know if it means anything, guys. I might be looking way too closely into this, but he said it like they've recalled this particular line of Byakuya's like at least 4 times now. And when I said that like she's acting so weird, and I get because she was like attacked by somebody, but it just seems like they're setting up for something to be wrong with her. Like she's almost playing it up too much. I can't shake the feeling that that's the case. Now she's saying she saw him, but I don't think anyone else ever did. Ever is what I'm saying. She saw him, she took the picture, Hifumi saw it, but Hifumi's now gone, so he can't make a statement about it.
And then-
Who else saw it is the thing. So her testimony is all we have to go on. Right, and then this. That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office, but we can't ask him about it because he's
at that point,
gone.
we decided to divide up into 2 groups.
He says he saw Robo Justice the first time,
Celeste,
but we don't know
Hina,
about this
and I
time.
went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Right? And then we
When
found
we got
this.
back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead.
Or so we thought. Because isn't this where we found him the first time, and then we found him somewhere else?
And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
That's the other thing.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Right? And then Taka.
meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time.
But did both messages go off at the same time? I can't remember
Because
now.
we heard the same announcement
Oh,
not
well,
long
okay.
after we discovered his body.
Right.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi.
Okay.
Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Is this the thing I tried to recall earlier and I couldn't tell if I recalled it or not? Alright, Hifumi's body's disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
That wasn't what I was thinking of.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room.
Basically,
so we hurried back
running
again.
all over the place, the game. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there,
Taka
we
was also
discovered
gone.
that now Taka's body had also gone missing.
That's right.
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
Well, Sakura's been on the level with this the whole time, so surely she's accounting this correctly.
And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository,
Right.
which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Right, and that's where the tart came in and all that.
I think that about covers it.
Right?
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
It does a bit though, doesn't it? There's still bits and pieces I'm not
It
sure
certainly
of.
seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
No, I don't think so either.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Well,
Rather than a single series of events,
yeah.
I think we have to consider
we might
each
have
murder
to.
a separate situation.
That might be helpful actually, because then maybe this game can lead me down the path of
and
what's
from there,
right.
we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Okay. Phoenix Wright
Now
style.
then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Yep. The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. Alright, what's going to be the thing here, though? What are we starting with? Let's take a look. Monokuma file number 3.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Right?
I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Oh!
Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Wait, do we?
Taka came last.
How do we know that?
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the
Oh,
justice
no,
hammers.
no, wait a minute,
It's
no.
true that Hifumi was killed with Justice
But we saw them
Hammer
out of
3,
order, didn't we?
while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
But they were out of order somewhere.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
Oh, no. The Justice Hammers were numbered, but were they really using that order? Oh, I think I've switched bullets, maybe. Can I switch bullets? I'm trying to... Sorry, I had a blip before, which I had to, like, pause for a minute because my stupid computer was updating. I'm not sure what to shoot here. I'm not sure what to shoot here. There's 2 that I think could be right.
So,
And I can't change
regarding
bullets,
Taka's
so...
death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Oh, do I have to...
Say that.
You know what I think I have to do? Hang on, guys. I need to
Because of the
check the
numbering
help
of the
file
Justice
again.
Hammers.
I'm so sorry.
It's true that Hifumi was
Okay, I'm so sorry. Like,
while Taka's
I
death
think this is
came
going to
from
be a
swing
tricky one
of
because I think
Justice
I actually have
Hammer
to
4.
change this. Because what
See?
does the file have to do
So
with
it's
anything?
obvious Taka came after.
This is why I need to keep this on easy for now, and you guys think I'm going to be able to do hard. I think you have way too much confidence in me. So how do you get the truth bullet temporarily?
So,
There is a way.
Regarding Taka's
I think you have to hold over it and get
I
it.
wonder if
Let me
he
see if I
died
can do that.
before Hifumi.
Because I think I
Or
know what I might have
perhaps
to
it was
do.
after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
That's what we
Taka
need.
came last.
Okay, here it is.
What makes you say that?
This is what I need. The order's wrong.
Because of the numbering of the justice.
Did I do it?
No.
Oh my god, it took me like 2 seconds to figure this out because I'm like, wait a minute, the file has nothing to do with this, and I forgot you could even use this as a
Hold on.
thing.
There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
This is why I don't want to go to the next difficulty yet, because I'm still trying to figure out all this. Because remember, I don't play these back to back exactly, so it's easy to forget some of them. At least for me, because I'm old and stupid. But, okay,
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
right.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Honestly, I hadn't thought about it until they just hinted at it that that could be the case.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
So now I think we might be onto something, because evidence that proves Taka was killed before... Oh my gosh, I know, you guys! I think I just figured it out! We do have something, don't we? There's something that relates to what time. His watch! Oh, Hangman's Gambit. Here we go. Oh wait, what? That's a long word. Oh! Wristwatch, is it? Okay, well, that's like really unnecessarily long for what you need. Just saying. Oops. That was already filled. Might be. See, I get way too... You guys, I get so nervous when any time the events comes. If you've been watching Banjo-Kazooie, you know that that's a thing. That's why I think I'd just rather keep this on easy for this game so I can just get used to it.
I've got it! Taka's wristwatch!
Yep. Who calls it a wristwatch nowadays, though?
See?
Nobody.
Look, it broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
I've totally forgot. And we found that out actually late in the case, so I should have remembered it. And yeah, so Taka's was first. Wait a minute. If that's the case, does that mean the first death announcement we heard was for Taka then?
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Right. Right, we went through this in the ending of the last episode, that he had his watch on him at the time. He knew that it was 10 o'clock.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night...
I'm so sorry that I'm fumbling around with
then
this.
he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Right.
And that would be his official time of death.
Yup.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
That is true, but nobody discovered him until that time,
And
though.
before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
This is where that thing comes into play, I think, you guys. She said something that made me think. And she shouldn't... Oh, I don't know if I'm right, though.
Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
Right, and no one discovered him until close to when Hifumi was discovered, I guess.
Simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events.
Wait a minute
all
now.
Because of those justice hammers.
If this is the truth then, and Taka was killed first, this changes everything. Because when they were talking about having like an accomplice and all that stuff, I think I'm starting to understand. Uh-oh.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
Okay, right.
That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Okay.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Right.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
Yeah, nobody should have been there.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute, though.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yep. This again. Right. Hifumi in the nurse's office. We have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
True.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office. And that's where we found his body.
Okay. I'm thinking now.
Totally true. We're all in the clear.
What?
Oh, I know.
She was
They
passed
must
out half the
recorded
time.
him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
That's a good theory, but I don't think that's gonna hold it.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream.
Do we?
Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
Alright, I'm just talking out of my ass right now. So I don't want you to say anything. What if Hifumi just screamed because he wanted to? What if he's an accomplice? Which is kind of what Here's what I thought at first. I thought that Taka and Hifumi had gotten into some kind of row which led to this. But technically they kind of did. Over Alter Ego.
And it does not stop there.
But what if
There
Hifumi
was also
wanted
the
them to
moment
think
when we
all that
discovered
stuff
his body
happened, like
had
I said
disappeared.
before?
When his body vanished from the nurse's office,
Right?
Hina and I were in the bathroom together.
Right.
While everyone else was in the equipment room.
Kind of
correct?
coincidental, right? That the minute she took Hina out, Hifumi got up and left. My gut instinct, guys, is telling me that she's in on it. I have a feeling. And there's multiple things that make me feel that way, but I don't want to get too far in just to be sure, because I still don't know where Kyoko was this whole time, though I don't really think it fits. I have a bad feeling about this, because she was always ordering Hifumi around from the start.
And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room.
Okay?
At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Again, coincidentally.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Yeah, you kind of don't count. You're like a null thing right now, sorry.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
I guess.
Even if she could pull that off,
But-
there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
No, we know Hifumi wasn't moved. He got up and walked.
Because,
That's gotta be
as we
that's
just
gotta be it.
established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Yep.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies.
Are you sure about
On
that,
the
though?
other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared. So they most certainly could have done those things.
What now,
So
Kyoko?
what now, Kyoko?
Oh, sorry, I didn't think he was gonna talk. He took way too long, maybe.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
Alright, she's still cool as a cucumber, even when she's being accused. She's
So
really good.
instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
She's like super cool.
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
Right.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing.
Okay.
And according to what Celeste said,
Yeah. I just think he got up. Wasn't actually dead. Maybe someone thought he was. He got up and then he died after. We couldn't have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. If he wasn't dead, it was certainly long enough for him to get up. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body. No, I don't think anyone moved it. I think he moved himself. That's what I'm thinking. But how do we prove
his
it?
body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it.
Yep.
But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third
Oh no.
in that short amount of time?
You fat shaming? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
He was pretty
man,
big.
Yeah. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
I think I said this before, but I think the only one that could have even managed it was Sakura, and it wouldn't be quick.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Uh-oh. Where are you going with this?
What? How?
If the dead body
Yep.
were to move itself.
Thank goodness I'm not crazy. That's exactly what happened. Maybe the person that tried to do him in didn't realize that they didn't do him in fully. He panicked, and maybe he panicked and screamed. And that's why he screamed, got up, and left.
The dead body moved on its own?
No. Not another. No.
But Hina should know that he didn't die down there because he talked to her up in the other room.
I don't think it has anything
Am I
to do
crazy?
with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was
Yep.
dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
But Hina knows this because she saw him talk to her as he was dying the second time.
He was
Technically.
alive?
Wasn't she there?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't
Did she
carried out of
forget?
the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Yes, but remember what happened in the art room?
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That's what I think.
That it isn't possible.
What you mean? Why? Tell me why it's not possible, though. The idea that Hifumi is still alive. Is it really possible? Okay, let's see now. Now that I know that I have to absorb bullets, I better be real careful here because I wonder if broken wristwatch? That is not what we want. Clearly. Alright, so what do we
Are you
want?
saying that when we first
look.
found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
Okay.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Alright. I'll go through the whole thing and
It
see
is impossible.
what they
Hifumi
say.
was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Yeah, how do you know it?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
Oh.
Hifumi's dead body had been found,
Right?
and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that?
But what do I have to absorb?
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Let me think. Okay. Another body. A dead body had been found. Which one do I have to absorb? That's the hard part. I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once. But Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered at almost the same time. Sorry, I might have to go through this one more than
When we
once.
first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
Yeah,
there's a chance he was actually still alive.
that could
No.
be one too.
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a
I'm
doubt.
sorry we have to go through this so many
And you know
times. I
that
feel
how?
bad. But I'm
Surely
assuming when you
you
guys
heard the
played it
body
the first
discovery
time, like,
announcement
you had to go
along
through it a
with the
couple of
rest of
times,
us.
right? Make me feel better.
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
You know what I'm thinking?
Are we really so sure about that?
Here's what I'm thinking.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Someone else's discovery. What if I use this? Right?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
there's
going
a
through it slow
chance
just
he
to
was
shoot.
actually still alive?
Is this the one I have to
No.
shoot?
It is
No. You know
impossible.
what?
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
I'm gonna shoot
And
the
you know
one
that how?
that I think is right, which I think is this
Surely
next
you
one.
heard the body discovery announcement,
I think.
along with the
Ugh,
rest of
this is
us.
difficult. This.
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, that's wrong.
I think this is it. I think this is it.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made
That's it.
really intended for Hifumi?
That's it. That's what I was hoping we'd go to.
Of course it was. The announcement played right
And I would not
after
have
we
even have
discovered his
thought of
body.
this originally.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
Okay, true.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
Yup.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
Yup.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
That's what I thought too.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
Oh, is he gonna say something?
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
Yeah.
But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for
Oh!
the first time.
That's right. The number of people. Okay, so this actually means that someone could have found the bodies beforehand if it was just one person or even 2. So if someone is working with an accomplice like I'm starting to think they
That
did...
didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy
Oh
bum.
no, I think I'm right about this. You got... Okay.
No, actually, that was plenty.
I think Byaku's also onto it. No, poor Hiro and Hina are gonna be the last ones at the
You
corral.
said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time.
Right?
Which means, even if we find the same body again later,
Yeah.
he won't make the announcement again.
That too.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
We did hear 2 at one point,
Exactly.
didn't we?
We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
That's right. The second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. Right, that's when it was split into like 3 and 3. And the second time was when... when both bodies were rediscovered. Okay, I'm getting it
We
now.
heard it a second time in the repository when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Boy, this one's really convoluted. Ding dong, ding dong. A body has been discovered. After a certain amount... Okay. Yup. Oh, this
Didn't
is bad.
seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
True.
Then in reality,
It was just being discovered for the first time.
when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
Yes.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office,
Yup.
he wasn't actually dead yet, meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
Right.
And that's just part of it.
Yup.
There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, what was it? Oh, I think I know.
I know!
Do you?
Because he was super good at playing dead!
No, I don't think that's it.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly,
The
I do not
glasses.
think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
No, there is. He wiped the blood off his glasses in the nurse's office, threw the cloth away.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
Okay?
Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
Right.
This whole thing is pointless.
Is it though? I'm really starting to feel that she's done something here. There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. It's got to be something with the glasses, but let's see what we have. Hifumi's glasses. Okay. So I think that's probably the right bullet.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
What's that?
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Okay, that's true.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom,
Yep.
his body disappeared.
That is also true.
And the next time we saw his body,
Right?
It was in the repository.
That is also true.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved,
Right?
other than the change in how it was positioned,
How it was positioned.
there was no notable
Wrong.
difference.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Hey, you gotta fuck up sometimes. That's wrong. His glasses were different. I think that's where we're going with this.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
Right?
His glasses.
Yes.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Serve it, girl.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
What? Take it you didn't know about
When we
that.
found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
Right there in the picture.
But when we found him again later in the repository,
Yep.
they were spotless.
I feel stupid that I missed such an easy thing, too, but I guess you really wouldn't think to look at that when you just see the shock of the bodies just laying there.
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Right. The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was... Where is it? This.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
That he already identified and knew.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear.
Yup.
This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on
That's
the digital
right.
camera, right?
It absolutely is.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
Yup.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I'm surprised she remembered.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
Right.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
Yup.
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Okay, we gotta trust him on this one, right, guys? We have to trust him on this one. I don't think he would either. That's just so funny.
Tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Yeah, she wouldn't use it either. She doesn't seem like the type.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
Right?
So
Oh.
what you're saying is...
Hero.
What exactly?
You're making it really hard to defend you, boy. Come on.
What I'm saying is, the blood on
Bless.
his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
That's when he got up, when he realized he wasn't completely dead.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Oh, what? Who the hell else did
But
it?
who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's right.
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
That's what we're saying.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office.
Okay.
He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see.
Yeah, because he moved himself.
Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Yes.
And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible.
And
wouldn't
before
you
I
say?
change my Twitter name to Copious Corpse. That's really gross, though. Maybe I shouldn't.
If he was just pretending to be dead,
Right?
what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
That's the other thing.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for
Of
emergencies. He probably
course.
used one of those.
We actually saw that. It was talking about blood transfusions. I can't believe I didn't. Okay, that was my bad. I didn't even make that connection. I'm stupid.
gonna play dead, he should go all out.
Okay.
We just dumped it everywhere.
So my initial thought was he actually was hit on the head by somebody and just wasn't killed fully. So I'm dumb. I missed that part entirely. That was on me. So he was actually playing dead completely. He wasn't injured at all. So that means this has to be part of a setup, because why would you go through such an elaborate
But he
thing?
got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
Well, I guess she would know, right?
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
Yes. Oh no.
It should be perfectly obvious who
Oh.
must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi! You were in on it like I thought. But who was the ringleader? Because it obviously wasn't him since he died. The one who moved Taka's body was Hifumi.
I got it!
It has to be.
It could only have been Hifumi.
But this brings up another problem because he's
While
dead.
we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
Right.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
Okay.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, We all went looking for them, right?
Right.
So me and Sakura headed for the repository.
Yep.
But when we got there, the door was locked.
He locked himself in it.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside.
Yeah.
Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
He was inside with the body.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body
Oh
there.
no.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
So did... Oh no. Did Hifumi kill Taka? We're gonna have to find out in the next one. Sorry for all the jibber jabber, but I promise in the next one, since I'm gonna record it like right after this, that we shouldn't have any problem with like loading bullets and remembering how to do everything and all that. Sorry about that, guys, but thanks for fumbling around with me. I am really enjoying the story, and I hope you are too. I'll see you in the next one.